Hi everyone, it's good to see you. It's Tuesday, it's a beautiful day and it's sunny. I want to talk to you about the documentary that I saw recently. So the documentary is called Scamanda, and it's about a lady called Amanda who faked having cancer and I guess you could say that she stole or defrauded or scammed her friends, her community, her family, her church, out of quite a lot of money. Not as much out of the more popular scams that we hear of these days, things like, I guess it's kind of like wire fraud. Yeah, because she did go down. Technically, it's kind of like wire fraud. I just find these crimes really fascinating. What would make someone fake having an illness and then scam people out of money? So she documented everything. She started a blog, she took pictures, she uploaded the pictures, she captioned them, she shaved her head, and showed that she's hooked up to an IV pool, and that she was in a hospital bed getting treatment, how she was feeling. Obviously, the people that she knew, her friends, her church, people around her, for some reason, somehow her husband, and I don't know how he would have believed her, but apparently, I would say allegedly, or not so allegedly, that he believed that she was ill and had cancer and she needed all this money for treatment or for different trials and all that. I just find it so fascinating, but also really awful because there's so many good people that helped her raise so much money for her, for her treatments, for her family. It's really awful. Who have we got here? Books go for to. Hello, I'm going for a viewing in an hour for a new place. Good luck. I hope that the place you're going to is suitable for you, and I hope it's all that you're looking for. Let us know next time we live if this was a good place for you. It'll be good to see the update. But yeah, I've been watching documentaries about people who scam other people and just being more and more fascinating about this planet and certain people who live on it and how they use the people that are closest to them to get away with horrible crimes. Obviously, some crimes are worse than others. I will talk about another series called Betrayal. physical betrayal or something betrayal, or the betrayal. Next time I'll do a bit more research because a podcast came out of it as well, and it involves minors. So talk about that a little bit more next time. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah, some people just don't have empathy though. Do you believe in karma? I do believe in karma. Yes, for sure. Yes. And Amanda did get her karma in this documentary. A lot of people lost out on a lot of money. Just trying to be so kind to her, trying to help her in a way they can. Yeah, let me know if you've seen that documentary, or I think there's at least, I feel like this was like a second documentary on her, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was just something on YouTube that I saw about her. What do you think karma is then? In my opinion, karma is, I guess it's a consequence of like a person's actions. I guess we tend to think of it as if someone's done something wrong, then they'll get what they deserve in a way. I guess that's a rough idea or a meaning of it. But maybe it's the opposite. Maybe if someone does something good, you might get something good out of that, or get something back from that. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. If you have a better definition of karma, then let me know. I guess this is a quick review of the documentary called Scamanda. I believe it's on Disney Plus. And if you're in America, you might be able to access it, or maybe it's on Hulu as well. But don't you think a lot of people don't get what they deserve? True, some people don't get what they deserve. Maybe eventually they'll get what they deserve. Maybe it's just a delayed reaction for some people. I'm not sure. Maybe they get it in a different way. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Yes, that's true. A lot of people get away with a lot of bad stuff for sure. Yeah, that's true, Boxcar. I don't know how to answer that question any other way. It does appear that way, but yeah, the good thing is there's a lot more good people than bad people. I guess that's the main thing, is to continue doing good things so that there's a lot more good people, a lot more good things happening than bad things. I guess I've been thinking about what things to talk about on my channel. I do like getting into true crime. What percentage of crimes do you think are solved? Oh, that's a really tricky question. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I, I'm hoping at least. I'm hoping at least 50% of crimes get solved. That sounds really low, but maybe that's a high percentage. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I'm sorry. I don't know. Um, I'm hoping it's a much higher percentage. I guess it depends on how serious the crime is. Um, and I hope the serious ones get solved a lot more than 50%, but I can't say for sure. Have you ever wanted to work in crime stuff? Yes. Yes, for sure. I think, I guess part of that, I'm really fascinated in forensics. I just find it so interesting. I love the sciencey part of it. I love the collecting evidence part of it, the testing part of it. I find it so fascinating when they look into how bodies decompose and of their um, the rate of how they decompose, the insects on bodies, the different types of insects, and how they all have a different role. How some of them work on the bones and some of them on the flesh. Um, I guess the detective part of it is really interesting. Um, but you know, I'm not a fast runner. I'm not that physically great. So, uh, coming up to being a detective, you have to go through certain parts of training that I won't be the best at. So, I probably won't pass that part of it. You know, being the police officer part, I probably won't pass that part of it. Maybe being a detective, maybe I might be good at that. Who knows? But definitely the forensics part is a really interesting part that I just find it so fascinating. Yeah, I hope that answers your questions. I think I might just end it for now. If you have any more questions, Boxcar, I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'll talk about different crime. Such a That's funny. Um, I'm just a cheery person, I guess. I just That's quite funny. Um, okay, you made me laugh. I'll catch you later, Boxcar. We'll talk about more people who do bad stuff. Thanks for coming on. Different insects. Yeah, it's really fascinating. Bye.